This year's homecoming theme is "The Ship Sails Again," and all week many students have been busy preparing for homecoming festivities. Up and down Sorority Row, Greek organizations have been busy putting together their elaborate displays for this weekend's events. If you want to join in on the homecoming fun, there are still many events taking place this weekend. Tonight at dusk, you can check out the BCS Championship Rewind, and tomorrow from 8 p.m. until 11 p.m. is the homecoming block party. Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m. is the homecoming parade that will circle around campus. And of course, our Tigers will play Troy State in Death Valley at 7 p.m. Homecoming King and Queen will be crowned during the LSU pregame festivities. Homecoming co-advisor Nancy Little says this weekend's festivities are a great way for students to socialize.
So much of college is what's outside of the classroom through campus programs.
And don't forget to cast your vote for the Homecoming Queen and King on your pause account. Voting will open up until tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Last night, the Manship School, along with the LSU Homecoming Committee, sponsored Champions in Their Fields. Students gathered in the Holiday Forum of the Journalism Building to celebrate 4 LSU alumni who have excelled in their careers. The honored guests have become political advocates, managing developers for popular firms, flight control developers, and marketing executives for today's leading magazines. Event coordinator Melody Landry says events like these show students that LSU is the place to be.
Successful LSU alumni to come and give word of advice and speak to the students and show them that, yes, with an LSU degree, you can actually be a very successful person and go out into the world and make a name for yourself like these people have.
The event was part of LSU's Homecoming 2008, The Ship Sails Again.
Another campus success is the Fire and Emergency Training Institute. Tiger TV's Tiffany Michelle tells us about the unique program just south of campus.
A local chemical plant catches on fire. How do you stop it? The firefighters at the LSU Fire and Emergency Training Institute know how to extinguish the flames. The institute has been operating for 38 years. FETI is home to several props used to train firefighters to handle industrial fires, confined space rescue, and hazardous material accidents. Alan Jose, Assistant Director of FETI, explains the types of firefighters they train.
Train municipal fire service personnel, which is people that serve in communities. We also serve and train industrial firefighters, and those are individuals that work at different types of refineries.
FETI also trains firefighters in offshore-related work, where they teach them how to put out engine fires on boats. The main goal of FETI is to simply save lives and decrease the number of fire-related deaths. Last year, over 3,000 civilians lost their lives as a result of a fire. Here at FETI, firefighters are trained and put their lives on the line to save people and stop the destruction a fire creates. Fighting fire can become a moral obligation for some. Patrick tells us why he decided to serve as a firefighter.
My dad was the chief of the volunteer department back home, and so I've grown up in the firehouse all my life, and that's what I've always wanted to be.
Patrick and other men and women like him trained at the LSU Fire and Emergency Institute learn the skills needed to protect us. One thing is for sure, these firefighters are all heroes. For Tiger TV, I'm Tiffany Michelle, Eye on LSU.
For more information on FETI, you can check out feti.lsu.edu.
Coming up on Newsbeat, we'll tell you how poetry in middle and high schools has helped adolescents in several ways.
And Alexandra Cranford will be here with the weekend weather forecast. But first, music in hospitals is helping babies, teenagers, and the elderly. Stay tuned. More Newsbeat after the break.